Those who know true wisdom are one with thee, O God. For those who are born, death is certain, and for those who are dead, birth is certain. Preserve the health of the healthy, and break the cause of disease. Test a servant in duty, a relative in difficulty, a friend in adversity, and a wife in misfortune.
Acharya. In the Sanskrit world, a learned scholar is called an acharya, often meaning someone who has achieved a high degree of knowledge in a particular field. The term can apply to Hindu scholars, Buddhist monks, university professors, in Southeast Asia, and the like. For Jains, acharya refers specifically to Jain saints, those who have come closest to the energy that runs throughout the cosmos. Here, the term is a valorization of specialized knowledge, and it represents the idea that knowledge, being, and harmony with the universe are linked. Note the difference between this focus on learning and questioning and those religions that emphasize feeling or devotion to the will of a larger entity. Ayurveda. The knowledge, Veda, of life, Ayurveda is a South Asian system of medicine that expanded across the subcontinent and beyond. It emphasizes a holistic approach, one that uses diet, lifestyle, and specific chemical interventions to deal with disease. Treatment might include mental health practices, e.g. relief from stress, yoga, the use of oils, and the ingestion of particular supplements or spices. Sub-branches include postnatal care, surgery, exorcism, and the curing of epidemics. Ayurveda remains popular in India and has an increasing, albeit unregulated, presence elsewhere. Mantri Parishad. Mauryan society was heavily administered. All property technically belonged to the king, who oversaw its distribution. Therefore, the king was considered responsible for all successes and all failures. This was a terrible burden, as a flood or epidemic could doom a dynasty. Fortunately, Mauryan kings, such as Ashoka, had the Mantri Parishad, the council of advisors, Mantri. This was an informal but constantly present group of experts who could aid the divine king in decisions, in case his divinity was on the wane that particular day, and this system was replicated down the hierarchy to the city level. As advisors, the Mantri Parishad could allow for some degree of civilian control over the government, without diminishing the glory of the God King. Vyaham. A Vyaham is a military formation, one designed to achieve maximum effect for minimum risk. This practice emerged out of Indian military science and a way of thinking strategically about the impact of particular units upon the minds of the enemy, e.g. an elephant charge. For instance, in a lotus Vyaham, military units unfurl outward, then close in on the enemy, increasing waves of shock and damage while encircling the foe. The focus is on tactics and not on abstractions like inspiration or bravery. Those elements are important but secondary to winning the larger war. Studies of the Vyaham are important in that they emphasize how strategic thinking was not limited to Rome and China, but generals in many empires were approaching tactics in systematic and scientific ways.